Third of three for today. Nothing new on the model, and I haven't been listening to the recordings prior to the hard. We're just going to have fun playing. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Yeah, reloading the page really messes this up, man. Okay. Let's do the. Yep. Sorry, playing with toggles. Too much fun. Okay. 6 and less than 4. We got choices, I'm guessing. Yeah, 6-3 or 6-1, both work. They can't give anything to us that easy in this, although, oh gosh, none of them are connected. We know the tile placement and everything. This is gonna be fun. Yeah, seeing which domino we need to dedicate to which thing it could satisfy. This is just begging for a giant chart of green and red and where things go. I wonder if any of them are going to be like a 9 can only be satisfied by one thing. I doubt it. We got a 5-4, we got the 6-3, yep. 4 and anything. Yeah, we got some. Greater than 9. And we got a 10, we got an 11, we got another 10. 6 and less than 4, like we were talking about. We got a 6-3 that works, we got a 6-1 that works. 2 and less than 3. We got the 2-2, 2-1. 2 and less than 4, so both of those also work there. We got the 2-3 does as well. Total less than 4. Both of these qualify. No. Less than 4, greater than 4. Bunch of stuff. 2, 5. 1, 6. 0, 5. 3, 5. Yeah. Okay. Equals, we've got the 4s or the 2s. The 5s as well. 8 exactly. We got the 4-4, we got a 5-3. We do not have a 6-2. 5 total exact 0-5. We don't have a 1-4. We do have a 2-3. Okay. Well, that greater than 4, greater than 4. The 5-5 or the 5-6. We don't have a 6-6. Okay. I didn't have a... Okay. Yeah, no. The greater than 9 was the other one that had heavy overlap with that. So the 5-5, the 5-6, or the 6-4 would satisfy the greater than 9. And then we have each individual greater than 4. The 6-4 doesn't, but the other two does. If there were those two requirements that only could be filled by those two dominoes, then we could slap both of those in there. But because there's 3 dominoes that satisfy 2, we can't place anything yet. 0 and less than 4. That'll do. This can only be satisfied by one thing. Now, our less than 4 can only be satisfied by one remaining thing, I'm pretty sure. We got the 1-2 there. There's no other that sum to less than 4. Yeah, there's no 1-1. We placed the 1-2. There's nothing else with a 0 other than 0-5. Cool. A 1 something. Now this is the only one. Nice. 7. We got the 5-2 or the 4-3. 5 and less than 3. Yeah. Got the 5-2 or 5-0. Greater than... I want to say that sounds familiar, but I'm not entirely sure, you know? We'll keep an eye on it. 5, 2, 2, 6, and things. Maybe I was thinking of this. Yeah, because 5 and 6 are both high in my mind. Okay. Sum to 7. We had the 6, 1. We still have the 5, 2, 4, 3. Are there things I was looking at that used to be satisfied by this? Yeah, 2 less than 3 used to have a 2, 1. Now it has a 2, 2. Is that the only? Yeah. Okay. And now because we played the 2, 2, we don't have a double 2, 2, but we still have 2 doubles available, so we can't place yet. 2 less than 3 used to have the 2, 2, now it's... Oh, wait, I'm bad. I think I meant that there. 2 less than 3. And then the 2 less than 4. Because we had the 2, 1, that's not available anymore. Got a 2, 5, 2, 4. Those are the only other things paired with 2s. Okay, yeah, I just got confused about less than 3 versus less than 4. I think that still gets specified exactly. Now that we used up a 2, 3, is that the only way we can sum to 5? Is a 0, 5? I want to say yes. We don't have any 1, 4s or 2, 3s. Okay. 5 and less than 3 used to have the 5, 0. Now 5, 2. There's no 5, 1. Yep. This is a neat cascade. I don't know how many different choices I could be making along the way, which is, yeah, I'm enjoying. Alright, I used up the 5, 2. That was one of the ways to make 7, and this 1, 6 is gone as well, so the 4, 3 was the only remaining 7. 4, 3 wasn't doing anything much for us there. We have choices on the 4 still. Say instead, where could the 4, 2 be played? Yeah, let's ask it that way. Doesn't fit in those, because nobody likes 4s, apparently. Greater than 9, it is not. 8, 9 equals, it is not. So this is where we can play our 4. Similarly, oh, this could play in the 8 or the equals. Okay. That might be the differentiation between the 2 equals later, but we don't have it for now. Yeah, this could play in the equals or the greater than 4 twice, or the greater than 9. So we might not be able to place that soon. For 5. Okay, yeah, because everybody hates 4s still. We can't get it done any of those 3 places. It's not greater than 9, it is in fact equal to 9. So we can play it. This could be played on the 8 or here. Just flip it upside down. Imagine I did it. This has got a 4 in it. So it doesn't play there or there. Or there. Greater than 9, it is. I think we can say that with certainty. We can definitely say that we have a 6 minus 3 dedicated. 6, 5 or 5, 5 both could fit in here nicely. The 6, 5 can't fit anywhere else, though. Why am I rotating it that much? It goes either way. The 5, 5 now, I think, takes our equal spot, so that the 8 is the other one. Yep, okay. I didn't end up getting to make my chart after all, but I want to show you the chart that I had in my head. So please hold. I'm gonna just, yeah, hang on. And we're back, like it never happened. Alrighty. I made this. And I'm proud of it. Starting off from the game, breaking down all of the different dominoes that are available and all of the different cells that we need to fill. Let's see if I can scoot this out so that you can see past my model. You can mark if each of these satisfy the requirements of the cell that they would fill, right? So in order to fill something that sums to 9, we have the 5, 4 or the 6, 3. And instead of marking this manually, I went through and just did it by formula. So this is referencing the 5 and the 4 that I typed out from these cells. If they sum to 9, then yes, otherwise blank. And then if one of them is a 4, so for those who are not familiar, if or, so if either of these things are true, C2 is 4 or D2 is 4, just one of them is a 4, then mark yes, otherwise no, and you get to see all of the things that satisfies that, like everything that contains a 4 in either side. Going through this way, and this gets a little messy when you get into things like this one, say, where one of them has to be greater than 4 and one of them has to be less than 4, but both of these things must be true at once, but they might satisfy that with the left one being the high or the right one being the high, right? And so you go into your formula of either both these things are true, this is less than 4, this is greater than 4, or both these things are true, and it's the other way around, right? You can see by the color coding, C2 being less than 4 or D2 being less than 4. Greater than 4, greater than 4. If you're used to Excel, not terrible. If you're not used to Excel, oh god what. But the main thing is you can check that it's working. The 6, 3 satisfies one of them's bigger than 4, one of them's less than 4, and if we go and find something where the kind of polarity is flipped, then yes indeed, the 2 is less than 4 and the 5 is greater than 4. You can see then where we started is there was only one thing that satisfied a 0 with a less than 4, because there was only 0, 3 and 0, 5 available, and only 0, 3 works for that. This is just a formula adding up all the ones, right? Just count in this area if it's equal to yes. You could also have gone the other direction. As a starting move, this tile could have only worked in one place. The 2, 4 only works here because everything else, and we saw this kind of late game where the 4s were getting excluded from a lot of these greater than 4, less than 4 things. But this 2, 4 only works in this, even with all the other tiles available, because that's the only place it can go. Great fun. I enjoy making this kind of thing. I don't enjoy doing all of the snipping tool copy paste to get all these pictures in place, so I hope you appreciate. No, I don't know. I hope it looks fun. Whether or not you appreciate it, I had fun doing it. Alright, that's all for now. Thank you again for joining me on the adventure, and I hope that your day was excellent. Okay, bye!